So just to let everybody know that the Road King is back on the road. It was a very simple thing, to be honest with you, and something that I've all thought about as soon as it happened. Was no battery connection, but in fact it did have connection, but the battery itself, a plate inside of the battery broke and fell over and shorted out the whole entire battery. So that's why it just died on me while I was riding. And I mean, it was kind of a two-part thing. The ignition switch has been going bad for quite a while, and I could notice the way it would turn that that something was going on with it. So right there on the road, I just took it apart and put the little springs and everything back together, and it's working fine now. But it the whole thing was the battery. Now I took and tore that poor old bike apart for 2 days, searching every wire, every ground wire, every connection that I could find, and it ended up just being a battery. I jump started it with the truck, and it's fired right up. But the minute I disconnected the truck from it, it died again. So I went out and bought a new battery, and then put the ohms meter on it, and it's putting out 13.6 volts at an idle, and it goes up to, just over 14 and a half at 2000 RPM. So it's not the stator or the regulator, it was the battery all along. So that's lessons learned, which it really isn't anything I could have done. I mean, it broke while I was riding, and it is what it is, and it's back on the road, thank God. I was kind of panicking toward the end when the mechanic that I usually deal with told me that he wasn't going to be able to get to it for 2.5 months. So I started to panic, but I stuck with it and kept tinkering with it, and finally I figured it out. And as you can see, I'm not in the camper right now. I'm actually just outside of West Virginia. I went to a really cool spot up in the mountains there, which you'll get to see here in a few minutes. So thanks a lot, guys, again for watching all of my videos. I appreciate it. I see my subscriber rate is climbing steadily. I mean, slow but steady, and comments and likes and shares are greatly appreciated. I reply to every comment. Like I said, it's easy because I don't get too many. So yep, so let's get to the video. Hope you guys enjoy it. I know I enjoyed making it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks. So we're on the Appalachian Trail in Virginia. Started out in Virginia, and I'm going to end up in West Virginia at a place called Raven Rock. Hopefully it's a pretty cool place, and I can fly the drone and get some cool footage of the mountains and stuff. I tell you, this is a very, very difficult trail. I mean, it's rocky all the way, and it's up and down a lot. And every time I go down, I'm like, oh, just in my head, I'm going, oh my God, I got to go back up this hill on the way back. So it's 5, almost 6 miles round trip. And so far out of all the hikes that I've gone to and tried to film, I think this has been the most difficult so far. I mean, Humpback Rock was pretty bad too, but I mean, I'm not even halfway there, and I'm more out and soaking wringing wet from sweating, and hopefully it'll rain a little bit here and cool things off because it's crazy muggy. But yeah, this is the Appalachian Trail, and yeah, let's check the trails out. Okay, I think I'm almost there. I can see some daylight. I've been in the deep under the trees for a good 2 hours, and I see some daylight up ahead, so I think we're almost there. Alright, so that is Raven Rock in West Virginia, and it's actually pretty cool. It's a very beautiful view. It's a long walk to get here, so I was hoping it was going to be cool like that and I could fly the drone, and I think I got some pretty cool footage too. So the All Trails app says that it's I think, and I'll check to make sure, but I think it's like 1,400 feet or a little bit up more above sea level here. So it is a climb, and the trail is rocky and it's up and down. There's no flat spots in it, but it was worth it. I mean, of course, I'm not back yet, so you know, I still got what 2.8 miles to go to get back. So but yeah, that was way cool. It was definitely better than sitting in the camper. So let's make our way back and see where else we can find to go and visit. All right, so let's check it out. Check the trail out. Raven Rock was pretty cool. It was a very challenging trail for me. For others, it probably wouldn't be so much, but you know, my bad knees and everything. It's a little rough. It's a lot of hills up and down. I mean, I made it, but I'm not gonna lie, I thought about turning around a couple times because it is very steep. And every time I go downhill, I'm thinking, oh my God, I got to come around and come back up this thing, you know. But all in all, I'm glad I did it, and it was definitely worth it. I would do it again, which is saying something, because generally I don't do things twice, but you know, I would do it again. But coming across that little river again. Remember before I said I could hear the water running under the rocks. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Let's go see if we find that little river. Oh, here it is. Let's go check it out. Well, I made it. Oh, let me tell you, that's a hell of a walk. Oh man, I'm glad to be back. Stupid GoPro, not this one, but my old one, did its same old bullshit and froze up on the way back. So, I mean, I won't know until I get back to try to download the footage if it took any of it at all, or if it's all gone. I don't know, but I'm glad to be back. That's for damn sure, and I'm not walking all the way back out there. So, all right, well let's head on out. I got maybe an hour to go to get to the hotel, and I'm tired. I need a shower, so I'm gonna head on back now. Let's hit the road. Harpers Ferry, West Virginia. I wasn't planning on coming here, but just riding around, I saw the sign and figured, what the heck? I ain't never been here before, so let's go check it out. Alright, so I just got the drone up of the mountains and the river here and the little town, and I think I got some pretty cool footage. It's starting to get warm actually, so I think I might peel off my shirt and see what else we can find. But this is Harpers Ferry, West Virginia, and this is a really cool old town. Looks like there's quite a bit to do here. Some walk-ins, the cool railroad station that's pretty cool, and it's the train's still running on the track. Yeah, so Harpers Ferry, West Virginia.